The No Nonsense Roundtable, a weekly radio show and podcast where host Dom Geneva interviews guests from all walks of life, all with amazing stories to tell. And now, here's your host, Dom Geneva.
Well, welcome everybody to another edition of your No Nonsense Roundtable, 10 o'clock Saturdays right here on WISL, WLEA. The fellow I have with me now is Butch Rolle. And Butch, I am becoming a very good friend of yours, hopefully. You were on the show once before, and I just realized I'm starting to sound like a radio guy, you know, with that big, wow, you know, just... Oh my God, it's terrible.
It's habit, man. You can't help it.
I'm turning into one of them.
That's
But anyway,
habit.
let me remind everybody that the shows are on nononsenseroundtable.com. You can get them anywhere. And anybody who doesn't know Butch is one hell of a guy. He was a professional football player. He played for the Bills. He has gone off to do other things. Here is a picture of his book.
Yeah.
What a great role model. What a perfect
I have
name.
mine sits. I keep a copy on my desk right here all the time. So
Yeah.
to remind me and to reflect.
Yeah.
Talk about it. So
Yep. And he became a member of my my new Facebook group, which is the Rochester Music Mafia. Hence my hat. If anybody's looking at this on the YouTube, and what we're trying to do is do things for the regular. I call them regular working guys and gals that are in the music business in Rochester, and encourage young people to get involved in music, because music is such a good thing for your mind and your soul. And you can't be on your cell phone practicing your instrument, and you can't be anything other than with your band to practice and to relate and whatever. And it's so healthy for kids in particular to get involved in music. And Butch has a really great story about how he became interested in football. And you know, Butch, you got to tell this story again about you being in the band. I mean, this anybody who hasn't heard this before. A guy becomes a successful professional football player. The days he spent in Orchard Park with the teams back years ago is just a great story. But he wouldn't have gotten there unless he played in a marching band. So why don't you tell him that story, will you?
Oh yeah, I love talking about that story. By the way, music calms the savage beast, man.
Mhm.
You can't live without music. I just had a round table with a group of guys at Colgate University. We're talking about it, and one of them, you know, they had a question and answer at the end, and one of them asked about music. How did that help? And I told them from college till now, music has always been a part of me and always been a calming factor that has helped me adjust and helped me dissect and help me balance life.
Mm-hmm.
Funny still, like I said, I was in the band. I was what at the time, what, ninth grade, 215 pounds, like 6'2", big kid in the band, and the bass drum
Yeah.
with the hat on, with the little tassel thing sticking up from my head.
I can't imagine you dressed like that. Go ahead.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I had the shoes with the spats and everything. It was
Oh,
so
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
You know, hey, that's all I knew. I knew music. And I tell you, my coach seeing, you know, the coach at the time was there. He's looking, coming out halftime. He's looking at the band. And he saw me after the game and said, "What the hell are you doing? How come you have your big ass over here on the field?" I was laughing. I started looking, I said, "Hey, listen, man, I don't have nothing to do with it. That's my parents. You talk to my dad. I'll get out. I'll come out for football." And sure enough, man, we talked after that. Saw him in school because he was a math teacher there. And I said, "Listen, my dad is very strict. You know, he's a minister. They focus on religion and church. They
Yeah.
went to church. That's how it is. That's how I grew up. That's what I knew." So he went and talked to him, man. And I could tell everybody the rest is history. And I just
Yeah.
talked to my coach, that coach, maybe last week. We text each other, we messaged.
Ah,
He bought my book, and he keeps telling me, you know, how proud he is of me. And I just thank him. I said, "Listen, you are the reason why
yeah.
I am where I'm at and who I am today. Because if you'd have never had that conversation, I would have never known. I would no telling what I would have been doing. I would not have been in football. I wouldn't have tried it. I would not have been a part of the sports world. So you are the purpose of that, and I love you for that. And you're always going to be my number one coach. And that's what I would tell him. So yeah, I was in the band.
Well, that begs a question. I'd like to interview him.
Oh,
You have to get him on the show with me. I'll do, 5 or 10 minutes with him. And, here's a guy who affected a person incredibly because of what he did. And he's got to be really proud of you and proud of and feel good about himself for what he did. And that's sort of in the vein of the things that you're doing now. I mean, you are doing so much to help younger people get involved in music and mentoring them. And let's talk about that.
I love it. Listen, this part, like I said, this is my mission, man. I have a passion. And every year during graduation, when I see these kids' faces light up, Dom, from presenting a scholarship to them, whether it's in Buffalo, whether it's here, I say whether it was in Texas, wherever it's at,
Hmm.
these kids smile and their face light up. Man, you don't understand that how the warmth that brings to my heart, because I know I'm doing a favor, I'm doing a good thing, I'm bridging that gap between that final, them being able to afford the help with their college tuition. And it's tough enough that, they come from a very difficult, challenging financial situation, but to
Hmm.
help bridge the gap of their financial needs for college, man, that does them favor, because the kids at the school I helped out, with the charter school I affiliated with, they start fast. They come up to me as soon as they see me. I want a scholarship. They got kids that are underclassmen that are not even seniors, because only seniors are allowed to apply for it. So I have kids there in the 10th grade, 11th grade coming to me. So when I become a senior, can I apply for your scholarship? I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, you can. Definitely
Yeah.
you can, because that's what it's for, everybody. And they're excited. They're like, because I like I think they love the idea of attaching that they're getting funds and the finances from me, former football player, who they admire being out there in their presence all the time. They love that. And just the fact that they need the funds is more rewarding. And trust me, I love how excited they get when they come up to me so
Hmm.
early in the year to ask for the application, to ask for the information. But I tell them, their senior leader are the one that's in charge of it. And they don't put it out until January. So I tell
Hmm.
them, so once you get out, you begin the process. Start working on it. You don't need to wait for the happen.
Hmm.
You just start working on your credentials now. So when by the time the application is out and opens up, you have most of the documentation that you need to supply, because it's always first come, first serve. Because in order it goes first, then the ones that come last, it still gets some compensation, but the rewards are not as great as the ones who put the time in to really put their time in and put the application in first. So that's how it's been, and it's just pleasure with music, man. I just love when the kids come bring their instruments to school, because they find out, yeah, I play music, so they come bring their guitars. I tell them, listen, bring your guitar. Let me see what it sounds like. Some of them have a couple strings missing, so I change the entire set of strings, bring the strings,
Hmm.
give them guitar picks. Sometimes I even give them guitar cases when I have some extra bags. But just to know that these kids are so infatuated and so in tune with
Hmm.
wanting to be better and wanting to do better, because a lot of kids in school, or believe it or not, they get teased by their friends, which is so ridiculous.
Hmm.
Doing something that their friends not, they're going to get teased. And there I said, listen, don't ever let anybody tease you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong, because
Hmm.
what music is done, they're jealous, like they can't do it. So just come to me, look at me. I don't have a problem.
Right.
they're not gonna tease me. I'm 6'5", 245. Go ahead and try to tease me if you want. I got something for you. So yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
music,
Yeah.
don't ever feel like you're some kind
Yeah.
of a nerd or whatever, because you're studying hard or you're playing music. Embrace it, man. That's a
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter actually gave me a quote years and years ago. I think she was in middle school, and it's from Eleanor Roosevelt. It says, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent."
That's right. That is
You have to accept that and internalize it and put the locus of control in somebody else's hands rather than your own, and just don't. You got to get to the point where you know who you are.
absolutely.
No, somebody can say anything. You know who you are,
Listen, I know that's right. I
right?
tell you anything, and you can say what you want to me. I'll look at you and laugh right in your face. Say, my character is who I am. I don't need your validation. So
Good. Ain't that the truth? And you know what? Giving that lesson to young people is a really good lesson, Butch. That's that they look up to you. They look up to you for a couple of different reasons. Is that you're a cool guy. You're playing
I think so. Yeah.
you carry yourself really well. You're playing your guitar. Your guitar playing is fantastic.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
where was that? It was called Rev. I never was
Wrap
there
it
before.
up.
Rev
Rev it
it
up,
up. Yeah, that
yeah,
was a,
right up there.
you
I'm
see,
trying
that's
to get back. I'm working on it now for the first game. They have a huge big Bills backing up there. So the
uh
first game, which is away, I'm
uh
trying to get back there and do another, pregame party with the band. Then we do
yeah, yeah,
our watch with our raffle giveaway. A lot of
yeah, yeah,
prizes being given out throughout the game, and then we have one big final drawing at the
yeah, yeah.
end while we're making noise for the Bills and cheering them on and making a lot of noise.
Now I got your name. I think it was from Jim Shelley, right?
Jim Shaw.
It's at Fanatics.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's now. When's the last time you were there?
When was I at
Was
Fanatics?
it years ago or?
Yeah, 2 years ago. But I
Yeah.
heard from one of my guitar players who I play with, Rusty Fisher.
Mhm.
He said he wants me to come back. So I told him I have to sit down and go over the schedule, see what the schedule, because he wants me to come back on a Saturday. Then I think they watch the game
Mm.
this time on a Sunday. So I told him, we'll work it out, man, because that's a nice spot. I love that place, nice and cozy, and the atmosphere is just nice for music. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
always Shelley's.
well, let's spend a couple of seconds, helping each other out here. Let's this hat that I'm wearing is the Rochester Music Mafia, which you are a inaugural season member of the Mafia.
Yes.
And what the Mafia is supposed to do is sort of like what the Bills Mafia does, which are doing good things for people. We collected some money for you for one of the scholarships a little while ago,
Yeah.
and to encourage people to come to the local music venues like Jim's Place or this place in Avon, which is the Avon Park Theater. These little places where guys are playing like you, like this Rev It Up. Not a big place, but an enjoyable
Yeah.
place to
Nice
be.
crowd. Nice crowd.
Intimate. It was great. You
Absolutely.
played the guitar magnificently.
Thank
Your
you.
guys, it was just as such a. Uh,
One time.
there are so many venues that are in Rochester that people may not be aware of, and musicians who are working their tails off to provide great music. And you don't have to have a big theater like the Kodak
Yo.
or the Westhurst Theater to get this experience. And that's the thing about Rochester is we have a lot of this stuff around, and I'm just trying to encourage that stuff. So thank you for being a member of that, and I'll send you some hats to throw at people if nothing else, because uh, like President Trump or not like President Trump. This stupid hats. He doesn't make
Hey,
America
make
great again.
America
He
great
did it
hats.
with a hat. It's a stinking hat,
Love
So I
that
got my
hat.
own.
Listen,
I got my own hats.
everybody likes a good hat. Look at me. I got my Adidas hat on. Man.
I
Keep
got right, Roger. We got some prototypes, the Rochester Music Mafia hats, and my whole thing is to if you wear one of the hats at one of the venues, I'll buy you a beer. I'll give the venues a couple of bucks. I think maybe make something out of this. But
Yeah.
that is that's a very very small thing compared to this proposition that you have now. And why don't you? I'll just kind of tee it up for you there. Why don't you tell our listeners what you're proposing?
Well, what I got here, everybody knows my mission. We have our annual bowling event every year in Buffalo. Normally, like I said, the commissioner just kind of threw a wrench in the schedule, put us on a Thursday night for a game opener, which is normally the time we have it because normally the Bills are playing their home opener on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge weekend. Everybody's in town. All the guys are back. But unfortunately, we have it on a Thursday. So we had to push our event to the first game of the season, which is an away game, which is fine. The Bills are still excited about the season. It just happens to be a away game. So what I do, I have my event, and what I'm doing, I'm always seeking out the community and sponsorship because I have so many Montfields that support,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have some that have other obligations, so they can't come back the following year, which is kind of happening this year with a
Mm-hmm.
few of them, which that's okay because what happens, I have new sponsorship that comes into place that takes the place, and it we don't miss a beat. We kind of keep the same pace
Mm-hmm.
going. And this is how we start our yearly fundraiser off for our scholarships that we give every year. And like I said, this year we were able to give 15 scholarships. We're giving some in the Buffalo area, the Florida area. We get one kid, the kid
Mm-hmm.
shows. I'm gonna have him. We're gonna present his at the event on Sunday when I come to Rochester for the Rev It Up. Once we do,
Mm-hmm.
I'm up there for this event in September. I'll present him his, and the same with the kids from Sweet Home High School. We have some kids there, and I have another kid in the city. So we have kids around the Buffalo area that we give scholarships to, and and I want to double that this year. I want to do 30 kids instead of
Hmm.
15. So what I'm presenting, everybody listen, you guys ready? Drum roll.
Drum. You got it.
So here it is. I need a title sponsor because that's the thing, we have so much expenses, of course, along with everything, getting this together and just trying to make it where it's a great event with the
Hmm.
travel, merchandise, and everything involved. So I'm looking for a sponsor of $4,500.
Hmm.
That's our title that you would be considered a title sponsor. And here's what you're going to get. Listen up. Are you ready? I'm going to give you, when the time comes, 2 game tickets to the Kansas City Bills game, which is on a Thursday night, which is Thanksgiving. You get two lanes if you come to the game. If you come to the bowling event, you're going to have 2 lanes to bring people in. So that's 12 people you're going to be able to bring the bowl. And also, you're going to get a signed Butch Rolle throwback jersey, number 87, and you get a signed copy of my book, which is The Role Model. Here, give you a signed
Hmm.
copy. So that's a pretty good deal, man. You got a great opportunity to go see our Bills play the Kansas City Chiefs on a Thursday night, which is Thanksgiving
Yeah.
night. After you have your dinner, you run over there, you go to the stadium, and you have a good time. And you get 2 bowling lanes where you can bring 12
Yeah.
bowlers and a signed jersey by myself and a signed book. So, guys,
I,
that's a
yeah.
awesome, that's
Yeah.
a heck of a deal, man, for a great
Yeah.
opportunity to be part of this mission and to support a cause. And on top of that, the great thing about
Yeah.
it, we're a 501(c)(3, so that's a write-off for you.
Ah, that's right too.
And I'll be
That's right
happy to
too.
give you a receipt, whatever it may be. But that's what I'm in need of. And we have to have this locked in by the end of this month, end of July, no later than the first week of August, because we have to get everything to print so the printer can put the names and the other information on this merchandise that we have. So that's what I'm proposing, a $4,500 sponsorship that will benefit this cause and make it, help, make this successful for all this in return, man. And then, like I say, you get a chance to be part of a mission that's moving forward, that's continue to grow and help a lot of kids.
Well, one of the things, I mean, there's two things. Why I'm laughing about this is that we were just talking about Jim Shelley. Jim Shelley is a big Chiefs fan,
Yes,
and
he
and
is.
he and he's a big bowler. He bowled 300 at one point in time.
Are you
Yeah, yeah.
serious?
He's a serious. So I don't know how
Oh,
much I
oh,
can
I'm
put the
sorry, and
arm.
I forgot to add, Don. I'm sorry
Yeah,
to cut you
but
off. You also get a beautiful plaque too, as a
yeah,
title sponsor. You're going to get a nice
yeah.
plaque. So go ahead. No,
Well, I don't know how much I can squeeze him, but
that's a whole lot, man. That's a lot.
but with the price of tickets these
Oh
days,
my God. Yeah.
two guys could get together,
Yeah.
to do this thing, and
Oh my God. Yeah. And it's
I
not
mean,
far
really,
up the
it's a
street.
once in a lifetime thing,
And
So
talking about the Kansas City Chiefs Thursday night football,
yeah,
you can't beat that with a baseball bat. So
yeah,
that's pretty yeah. I just
yeah.
embrace the people. Like I said, that's a great thing. You're right. Jim is a Chiefs fan because I tease him.
He's a big Chiefs fan. He's a big Chiefs fan, and he's a big time bowler. He's like I don't know if he was a professional at one point in time. But got those two things together. So
Wow.
yeah, I'll try to put the arm on him, but
Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen,
so.
I'm all for it. Like I said,
So
I
when are you
just
gonna be when are you gonna be here so I can see you cook for you and do this other
oh,
stuff?
man.
Now when is
Well,
that when are you gonna
I'm
be in Rochester?
coming back in August, but I won't be in Rochester. This is for Jim's golf event we do every year, which is in Batavia. No, well, it's in Batavia, but the event is in Buffalo. I say the Niagara Falls Casino, but it's the golf is in Batavia, but
Oh really?
that's an all day event though. That's the thing. I don't it's just hard. I don't get to have any time off in that
So
because
but when can I come? I mean, are you playing in Buffalo?
no, I'm not playing music in Buffalo.
Oh, okay. You got
This
to
is
play
this
this
is
golf tournament.
yeah, this
Okay.
is the event. I'm going to his golf tournament. The gala is that Saturday at the
Uh-huh.
casino, and then the golf event is that Sun. No, I'm sorry. Back up, rewind. The
Yeah.
gala is that Sunday, and the golf event is that Monday in Batavia. So yeah.
I'm sorry. And who's this for again?
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has a
Great.
golf. Listen, I haven't missed it in what over 20 something years. I've been
Yeah.
part of it.
You play golf?
Well, only at his events. I don't play like that.
This is,
I
this is
I
one that
like
says this.
music.
This is like Michael Jordan in baseball, right? I mean,
Right.
they really don't relate. I
I
have,
can connect now. Don't
you
get
know,
me wrong. I can connect. I have a good
can
strong
you?
swing, but I'm not a golfer like that. I don't like it like that enough to want to play.
Well, no, no, no,
I
no,
have
no,
my
no.
own clubs. I have my own clubs, special clubs, but
Yeah,
I never bring them anymore because it's such a difficult task. So I
yeah,
use clubs when I get there. It's just a fun time, and it's for his.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
he raised money for
I
me.
always say, Butch, I always say I found cheaper ways of humiliating myself.
I
It's
know,
just,
right? Golf
you
is,
know,
listen,
I
Dom.
know. My dad was a great golfer, but I couldn't learn from him.
Listen, I started playing, just doing events, and
Yeah,
I was trying to get like everybody. I said, I want to get my golf clubs made to my height. I got some nice pings
yeah.
made. And then I started looking at people buying stuff. I'm like, let me get this wedge, try to see if I can swing better. But like I said, I'm spending all this money on something that I'm like, I'm not even gonna play that much. I have buddies that play, but I said, no, man, I like music. I like to work out. And
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Well,
That's my hobbies. Golf is just something I do for charity. That's it.
you have a bunch of guitars though, right? Isn't that your
Yeah. That's my that's my golf.
That's
Those are
your golf.
those are
What do
all my girlfriends. I tell her, my girl laughs.
you name them all, don't you?
They all laugh. She laughs. I'm like, what are you gonna name her? I'm like, I haven't figured out yet. But yeah, those are my girls. I tell everybody I gotta touch them once in a while. I gotta hold them once in a while. So they're gonna get jealous.
Well, the other thing about those, they're never going to be worth nothing. You know what I mean? I
Oh
mean,
my God,
even
I
if
know.
even when you're dead and gone, I mean,
I know
those
those.
guitars are going to
Hey, my kid, I
live
say,
more than
listen, you
you.
got see
Yeah.
that, it's going to be worth some money. I have an '85 Les Paul I got from I was willed from my uncle who passed away
Wow.
about 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
Wow.
His daughter said, I want you to have, I know Daddy would want you to have this beautiful Les Paul. He never played, he just sat there. I know he was a
Yeah.
general in the army, retired. And I know him. He said, nobody but I go near my guitar. Probably had it
Yeah.
sitting on a stand, Sunburst,
Yeah.
1985. I'm like, I was in college back then. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's that's a beautiful guitar, man. It's some years on it. Look, I love it. That's I cherish it. I don't take that out. Say no, no.
So how many do you think you have? You probably don't know exactly, right?
God, I don't.
You can always tell a
Maybe,
great,
maybe
a great collector.
I have a couple of acoustics and
Yeah.
these with those maybe like 16, 15, 18. I don't remember something like that. I don't have that many compared to a
You-
lot of guys. I know somebody have like over 80 guitars. Nah, I don't have that many. I don't
Okay.
have space for them. But
Yeah.
I listen, mines are all relevant. I love them all. And like I said, I'm a Fender guy, but I do have a couple of Gibsons. I do
Yeah.
a couple of Gibsons, and I also have what I have one PRS, which I just got, and it's just something, I love that, man. It's just I love my music, it's just different
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about, but they all like some women are like, but they're all the same. They all sound. I say, no, they don't.
Or they don't.
Don't trust me. So
Well, there's something to that. I mean, my dad was a really great golfer. He could tell the difference between the golf clubs. This one has this feel. I
see,
can't. It's like wine.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know the difference between a $20 bottle of wine and a
I
$4,000 bottle. I have no idea.
the
No
only
idea at
difference
all.
I can tell in a golf club is the height of it. That's it. But anything
Oh,
else,
that's true.
like
Well,
I don't know the difference in a swing, dude. I hit it. If I connect, it feels the same to me. It's just the
yeah,
length of it. That's it. Other than that, but
yeah,
the guitar, everyone has a
yeah,
different sound. Everything,
yeah.
well,
Oh, good. Well, thank you for spending time with me. I enjoy you so much.
absolutely.
You get it. Some people. I was having a talk today with somebody in the music business, and performances, your life. You either get it, you don't get it. Somebody doesn't get. You can't explain to somebody getting it. It doesn't get it. You
No,
get it. You get it.
absolutely.
You remind me. You remind me of a couple of people, Bobby Rush and
Oh yeah, I like him. I
yeah.
watch him
Yeah,
online.
I got to give him a call. I meant to give him a call and couldn't connect with him. But you're a good guy. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can help you with your
Yes,
promotion there. And God bless you for what you do there, buddy.
thank you.
And
Wow, appreciate it.
everybody else will be on the next section. Well, right now.
Thanks for listening. You can find our previous shows at nononsenseroundtable.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll make more.